Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Garlic is saying hello as well. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and today we're back at the Rohirrim Scout Camp, and we will begin Book 5 of Volume 3 by talking to Halbarad. So we just rescued the Grey Company from Tur Morba, but we had to escape because we don't have the numbers necessary to confront the Falcon Clan, so they let us go for now, but we escaped in defeat. And now what comes next?
We have come to the crossroads, and sooner than I expected.
We have come to the Crossroads Marathon, and sooner than I expected. I want to help the Prince of Rohan, for without his aid and that of his doughty warriors, my men and I would still be captives of the Falcon Clan. But we cannot abandon our journey. Our duty lies with Aragorn, and we must find him in Rohan or die searching. We cannot stay to help Théodred with his battles. I want you to go with the Prince, Beriathan. I want you to lend him your strength and your wisdom and your courage. You can travel south more swiftly than we can. Even Hale and Hearty, our diminished number, would take some time to make ready, and we are wounded and tired. Make your farewells with my kin, Beriathan. I know they will want to say goodbye. Citadel is there by the fire. He knows what I have in mind, though the others may not.
Halbarad told me his decision, and I will not speak against it.
But I will miss you, Beriathan, and I wish you might still travel with us. I know Edobrander feels the same way. He has not forgotten the farrier who crafted him a new shoe in Hallin, nor the man who saved the farrier. You have a skill beyond strength of arms or the reach of knowledge, Beriathan. You find friends wherever you tread, and where they cannot be found, you make them with kindness and generosity. Halbarad does not realize how close he came to spending the rest of his days in the prison caves of Tur Morba, but I do. Consider this, my friend, and do not forget it. Prince Théodred was at his camp 4 days before you escaped from Isengard and held council with me, but he did not move to rescue my kin until he spoke with you. Nay, do not counsel me. I am not ashamed. Your ability to rally people to your side is yours alone, and it is a power you must not forget. It has saved many lives already, and I know it will again. Okay, and here we are presented with a choice, because we can either pick a Grey Company outfit or a Ranger outfit like this one. And at this point, for me at least, this decision is mostly something to do because I have characters that have both outfits, so I'm not missing anything. But if this is your first time doing this, you might spend some time considering this. If you want to go with a full Grey Company outfit or a full Ranger outfit, or maybe a mix between both. But seeing as how I've been using more the Grey Company outfit, I think I'm gonna choose it.
You do not need me to tell you these things.
You have seen within the ring of Isengard and escaped to tell the tale. You will be of great help to Prince Théodred, I do not doubt it. I saw Coronir down the path to the northwest not long ago. You should find him and bid him farewell.
You are leaving us now. How can this be Halbarad's decision?
Coronir stares at his feet for a short moment before he meets your gaze again. I suppose the Prince of Rohan has need of you. I cannot blame Halbarad for wanting you to help hold the forts of the Isen. I think your tale of the army Saruman is preparing within Isengard shook him deeply, and if that crossing is lost, then the kingdom of Rohan will surely follow. We have been through a great deal, Beriathan, have we not? It seemed we would stay within the musty library of Sudrogund with Nar and Fridgir for the rest of our days, did it not? Even thinking now of climbing up to Narspeak makes my legs ache. I want you to have these pair of boots of mine in memory of our time spent in that high place. Well, that is very thoughtful of you, Coronir, thank you.
I am worried about Galadir.
I am worried about Galadir, Beriathan. He endured much in the depths of Carndum, as you know, and he will never truly forgive himself for Lord Neil's death. But this journey has done much to relieve some of his hurts. I think it is simply this. He has a purpose again. There is work to be done, and until we find Aragorn as we are sworn to do, it remains unfinished. But our captivity in the prison caves changed something within Galadir. There is a dangerous glimmer in his eye that I have not seen before. It worries me, Beriathan. I am afraid for him. We were speaking not long ago, just to the west, but my heart was troubled and I left him there. Will you seek him out and see if my worries are for naught? I hope they are. My mother always said I worried enough for the whole family, but the dangers through which we have come and to which we ride deserve even more worry than I can manage. Oh no, that's that's not Galadir. Get off me! God.
It may be Halbarad's decision, but I would not leave even if he ordered me home again.
You're leaving us, Beriathan. It may be Halbarad's decision, but I would not leave, even if he ordered me home again. He looks up at you and you do see a hint of the hardness in his eyes that so upset Coronir. There are martyrs still left undone here. The cowards who slink in the caves beneath Théodred still live, Beriathan. They spoke to us as friends, gave us shelter, took the sweat from our brows, and repaid us with treachery. I will repay them in kind. My lost brethren and my lost friends demand this of me. Leo Brennan? You jest, Beriathan. He is a fat man whose courage depends on 100 of his people at his back. I have faced the evil of Mordorith. He is gone, and I still live. Leo Brennan is nothing compared to Mordorith.
I thought you would come with me to take vengeance on Lou Brennan.
But it seems your road lies elsewhere. I am sorry you will not be there. I know you would gladly join me if urgent matters did not drive you elsewhere. Galadir does not seem to be listening to you. He gestures to the south in the direction of the Tree of Tribute. Callanglad is over that way, if you wish to bid farewell to him. It feels like he has been staring at that tree for hours.
Are we anything more than the flickering of a candle in the gale to something so ancient?
How long do you think this tree has been growing here, Beriathan? It must be so old and have seen so much. Are we anything more than the flickering of a candle in the gale to something so ancient? Would it even notice if we left this place and never returned? Callanglad looks wary, and his face is more lined than you remember. You are leaving us to aid Théodred. It is no surprise to me. I overheard Halbarad and Citadel discussing courses of action, and it seemed likely. I wish our paths did not diverge, but it seems they must, Beriathan. We all have too many duties in this world. Yeah, I do enjoy the great company a bit more.
Théodred will find a use for you at the fords of the Eisen.
I am sure Théodred will find a use for you at the forts of the Eisen, Beriathan. That is a crucial crossing, and it must be held against the forces of Saruman at any cost. We have seen the danger posed by the Dunlending clans, and the army of Urks you beheld within Isengard sounds of considerable size. Neither of those forces must cross the river Eisen. Callanglad's bleak expression is lightened by a wry smile. You should say goodbye to Radanir. If you do not, we would never hear the end of it. He is east of here, I believe, on the path. Okay, east of here on the path. Let us pick the cover in here.
That is the way of it, is it not? We go where we are needed.
Sit with me a moment, Beriathan. I know you are leaving us and that Théodred has need of you at the fort. That is the way of it, is it not? We go where we are needed. The Great Company owes its freedom to you and to the Prince of Rohan, and this is how Halbarad seeks to repay the debt to Théodred. Perhaps he thinks our debt to you is too deep to repay so easily. Radanir raises an eyebrow and subjects you to close scrutiny. Once this is all over, if such a thing is possible, you and I will meet at some inn in some peaceful land, and I will buy you a drink and you will buy me 3, and we will wonder when we got so old. He looks back at the tribute and seems to decide something. I think Callanglad is wrong. I think it is just a 3.
Prestidir will want to say farewell to you before you leave us.
I love that dialogue of Radanir. I mean, it's so simple but so genuine, I think. Prestidir is up by the camp, northeast of here. He will want to say goodbye to you before you leave us.
Well on the road, and give your courage to Théodred.
I heard it was time for you to leave us, Beriathan. Be well on the road and give your courage to Théodred as you gave it to us. If you have the opportunity to rescue Lothrandir from the clutches of Saruman, I hope you will take it. It is not right for us to abandon him to the enemy. I know it does not look good for him, but there is always hope. You escaped from the pits of Isengard, and Lothrandir is made of stern stuff as well. I regret that we did not have the opportunity to speak more before this parting, my friend. Perhaps our paths will cross again in happier days.
Stay safe on the road, my friend.
We will see each other again. Halbarad wanted to see you once you had made your farewells. He is somewhere within the camp, Beriathan. You should return to him and prepare to depart.
It has been an honor to travel with you. The Grey Company owes you much, and more.
I am not one for long farewells, my friend. Know that you are one of us, with ties not of blood, but rather strengthened by blood, the blood of our foes. Our roads entwine this far, and may do so again, but for now it is the time of leave-taking. Beriathan, it has been an honor to travel with you. The Grey Company owes you much and more.
I understand Prince Théodred's men have established a camp in the Heathfells.
Far to the south, at the fort of the River Isen. While the prince has been scouting in the Gravenwood, leadership of the camp fell to his second, a man named Grimbold. Travel south to this camp and tell Grimbold you have come to help. Okay. This farewell is always so heartbreaking. After all the time we have spent with the Grey Company, all the things that we have done together, not only during Volume 3, but all the friends that we've made with Volume 1 as well, all the friends that have died along the road, Candaith, Andrek, Braegyar, Lothrandir, who is a prisoner now of Saruman, and then talking to the remaining members of the Grey Company, saying farewell to them. That hits hard every time. I don't know, maybe that's the reason why I do prefer the Grey Company outfit a little bit more, but it also has to do with the fact that this outfit is taken straight out of the books and it's very faithful to the description in there. And speaking of Grey Company outfits, now that we have received some spares, I think we can leave behind this prisoner look. I wasn't planning on leaving the Grey Company, going to the Gap of Rohan with this outfit, but this farewell was so heartbreaking that I want to keep on using it for a little bit longer so that I can feel close to my friends while I do so. So now we need to travel to the Gap of Rohan, but before we go to Grimbold's camp, you might remember there was another quest that I'm trying to locate in here. This one. Talk to Ardwin in the Isendale. That's what we're headed right now. And I think we can also grab our horse once again. So the way I see it, Tumlos was kept in Tur Morva for Lewbrennin's armies. But thankfully we were able to rescue him, as well as the Grey Company. So now we can ride again. And there we go. Towards the Isendale, towards the Gap of Rohan, and the next stage of our adventure. I remember when this book was initially released, how some articles online were talking about the farewell to the Rangers, how heartbreaking it was in a way, because you've known these characters at that time for almost 5 years, from the initial release of the game on 2007 to the initial release of Book 5 on late 2011. So it was almost 5 years between the release of Shadows of Angmar and this moment. And that's the best way in which I can describe most of Volume 3. Years in the making. And the payoff of all that build-up. Starting with the Rangers, of course, but we will see so much more as we progress through our adventure. Now, we will go to the Isendale, we will quest in the Isendale, and then, I believe, we'll go to the Heatfields. That is something else that I wanted to tell you, because back when Rise of Isengard was initially released, it released only with Book 4. So after you finished Book 4, you basically came in here by yourself. There was no epic accompanying this area at first. And then, well, Book 5 was released, but most players had already done all this. So that means that we would do Book 5 in one setting. It's a really short book, but maybe now that we're doing this alongside the quests of the Gap of Rohan, it will not feel as short. I always thought it was curious how Rise of Isengard Book 4 is one of the longest, if not the longest book on the entire epic, and it's followed by the shortest book, because Book 5 doesn't have more than 5 or 6 chapters. But we're not gonna do that yet. We're gonna unlock the Stable Master in Forthbrond. We have an Explorer deed here, just 4 locations that we need to find. We're gonna bind our milestone in here, and now we'll continue with what we came here to do. Here's Artwin.
Time is short, and so is hope.
You have come from Leofward. This is grim news, you Rink, but not unexpected. The enemy is already upon us.
Minions of Orthanc are growing stronger in these lands.
Recently, Catthorn, one of our messengers, failed to report back. He is a capable courier that had gone to receive word from Edoras regarding our strategic goals for Forthbrond. Will you set forth and discover Catthorn's location? Begin your search to the north and slightly west from here along the cliff walls. Surely he has set forth from Edoras already.
The Rohirrim aren't grateful for your aid.
It seems this barren land is twice accursed. Not only have we the Dunlending barbarians ready to fall upon us, but the most recent messenger from the fort claims that he was ambushed and pursued by orcs as he traveled through the vale east of here. I do not know where they come from, but we have problems enough without those foul curs pouring down from the mountains upon us. See if you can hunt a few of them and discover where they are coming from.
Greetings! You have a moment, I have need of your assistance.
Do you hear that howling, Beriathan? Those are the Dunlendings warhounds. They have released entire packs of them into the wild parts of the Heatfields to harry our scouts and messengers. Those beasts are nearly a match for our work. We have to drive them off, or we will lose precious time in getting word to the fort and back should the Dunlending army begin to move. So those quests will send us to the Heatfields, because right now, as you can see, we are kind of like the middle point between the Heatfields and the Isendale, but we're gonna do the Isendale first. And I'm following the recommended path. So we're gonna begin by looking for Catthorn. Around here. But seriously, these Rohirrim don't have any sense of hiding. First Elfrith, and now Catthorn out in the open. Like, how can I talk to you when we are getting ambushed every once in a while?
Your aid is welcome, friend.
I was unexpectedly attacked by orcs and their ilk. They ambushed my party and stole a satchel that bore important messages for Forthbrond. Many of my companions fell and I barely escaped with my life. I was giving word to bring to Grimbold and his captains. Felden King has commanded that Isengard is to be called friend, and any reports to the contrary should come only from his own, Théodred.
Welcome. Stay a moment and speak with me.
The goblins responsible for the attack on my party were a vicious lot, butchering my slave companions beyond recognition. Besides stealing the pouch we carried our messages in, the foul creatures scavenged goods from my companions' corpses as well. Will you seek out the goblins and drive them from this place and recover my companions' belongings? They have encamped at the mouth of a cave to the north along the ridge. When you have recovered my companions' belongings, you should bring them to Ardwin at Forthbrond.
Greetings! You have a moment, I have need of your assistance.
The goblins that attacked my companions and I emerged from a cave to the north of here. We had no warning before they were upon us, and in such numbers that we had no chance. I fear that others will suffer the same fate if the goblins are permitted to retain their hiding hole. If you would, go to their cave and collapse the entrance, then return to Ardwin at Forthbrond and let him know that one threat has been removed. Okay, so we gotta go here. There are a lot of goblins in here. Tappers, all of them. Oh my god, I hate it when they do that. I mean, you wanna throw your bombs at me? Fine, I can take it. Why in heaven do your bombs need to do that? Somebody explain that to me, please, and I'm about to die. Okay, so the path that I need to seal is somewhere nearby. Oh, for God's sake, I hate these guys. Jesus, I mean, they are wrecking me. Okay, here's where they... Or I need to go to collapse the cave. Hopefully I can avoid some of these Snappers. Oh my god. Oh my god! Ah! Christ! Ah, these stupid goblins. I'm not gonna survive that either. Oh my god. Ah, jeez. I'm gonna kill them all. I don't care if I take twice as long or thrice as long. I'm gonna kill them all. Right now I don't care about you. You are standing between me and my goblins, so... Oh, for Christ's sake, stop it! Die! Die! What else do I need to do for you to die? Long last. This friggin' cave is collapsed. Attack orders, okay, what do we have here? This hastily scribbled note details instructions for the goblins. Take the western passage to the crack, then turn north and follow the narrow passage. At the end of the passage is a small cave opening. Wait for a messenger from Rohan to pass near the cave opening. Capture him and take anything that he carries. You should take this note to Artwin in Forthbrond. I'll surely do so. What else do we have here? A lot of attack orders, yeah, I know. I didn't realize they were dropping them so much.
Time is short, and so is hope.
The messages that Catthorne bore were of import, but this edict from Alvarez was the word that we sought. It shall be known among the captains. Thank you for bringing us this news. Alright, so we have the deed quests in the Isendale. And the exploration too, okay. We're making good progress.
Our hope lies in strength, but the servants of the enemy are everywhere.
Thank you for returning the belongings of our fallen kinsmen. We are in your debt for your help. It is strange that the goblins are so bold as to attack our patrols and scouts. They shall pay for it with their blood. I promise that. Yes, please.
The Dunlendings rally to the banner of the White Hand.
This note disturbs me greatly, for it is written in the hand and tongue of men. I fear that one of our allies has fallen under the influence of our enemies.
Time is short, and so is hope.
Thank you for lending Catthorne your aid. With the entrance to the Goblin Cave collapsed, it should be some time before they are able to attack any more of our patrols or messengers. Vitality and parry. Will, agility. Okay, what do we have here? Agility, vitality, physical mastery. Yeah, I'm gonna take this one.
Evil stirs in the shadows, and the horse lords have need of aid.
After speaking with the leader of our patrol, I learned that they range further south than usual. It is possible that the Dunlendings attacked because we had encroached openly upon their land, though I have my doubts. Perhaps it would patrol the valley to the west for me. I have the feeling that there is more to this attack than we understand.
The minions of Orthanc are growing stronger in these lands.
Long and often have we sent patrols into the hills and valleys of the Isendale, and usually without incident. However, recently one of our patrols was attacked by a party of Dunlendings. We have ever been at odds with the men of Dunland, but rarely in open conflict, at least in recent years. Now the Dunlendings have become violently hostile towards our people. Will you find the party of Dunlendings that attacked our patrol and bring them to justice? Begin your search in the valley west of here.
Evil stirs in the shadows, and the horse lords have need of aid.
Over the past week, several of our patrols have been attacked while scouting the valley to the west. Recently, one of the patrols has vanished, and we fear the worst. I have been informed that the Dunlendings have apparently left blood-soaked items belonging to the patrol along the path as a warning. It is shameful that those who made the reports failed to retrieve their kindred's belongings. Would you seek out these items and bring them back here so that they may be used to honor our fallen? The path the patrol walked upon lies in the valley to the west. Alright, first of all then, I'm gonna take this earring I just got. I'm gonna equip the here. Okay, I'm ready to go to the west for those quests. Gonna reforge this javelin. Yeah. Bill Gambit line healing. So we need to patrol, defeat Dunlendings. And you die. Patrol the third rally point, okay. The first rally point, and here we have blood-soaked boots. Blood-soaked compass. Now this is supposed to be the second rally point, but I don't see it. Okay. Okay, here's the torch. Now, gotta go back to the third rally point and find the item in there. Blood-soaked journal. Okay. Okay, back to Artwin. But what else do we have here that might be useful? I'm thinking about gathering task items for Théodred's riders, which are different than the task items for the Men of Dunland, so the ones that we've been getting so far will most likely not work. But I don't remember exactly what are the task items for Théodred's riders. I'll need to check the task board. But I think this is a great view of the camp from up top. That's great. Here we have the task boards. Blotchy skins, decorative sword sheets, marked furs, punctured shields, and speckled ears. We've been getting some of those, but not enough. Not yet.
I hope we will find aid in time.
The reports have been unclear regarding what has been happening in Brôntig. It seems that the Dunlendings are intentionally striking at our patrols, then fading into the wilderness. Alas, you have not shed much more light upon the situation than my patrols.
Time is short, and so is hope.
The wild men of Dunland will stop at nothing to destroy us, I fear. I think also that their boldness will only grow as tensions escalate. Hopefully you have taught them to be less bold.
Time is short, and so is hope.
It seems as if the Dunlendings are indeed in the process of planning an attack, as you have mentioned before. These attacks are clearly attempts to strike at the hearts of my men, but we will not fall. We will not fail. Oh yeah! Look at that, level 73. So that means we got one class trait point that I'm gonna spend in just a moment. Let me get the quest here.
We stride into a danger that we cannot hope to
The
overcome.
Dunlendings at Brôntig are assuredly to blame for the attacks on my patrols, but the village is protected by many sentries who are in a position to warn their kinsmen should we approach. If we are to exact retribution upon Brôntig for the deaths of my warriors, we will need to rid Brôntig of these sentries. Search the hills and valleys due west of Brôntig and dispose of any sentries that you come across.
The minions of Orthanc are growing stronger in these lands.
Beriathan, there have been a number of harassing attacks by the Dunlendings that have hindered our supply lines. As a result, many of our men are woefully under-equipped. I intend to resupply my warriors by the same means that the Dunlendings have deprived us of our arms. Will you travel south towards Brôntig and recover spears from the Dunlending sentries there? Head west, then south along the base of Dol Baran until you reach Brôntig. Okay, so now that we have 2 points that we can use in blue, I'm gonna get Defiant Challenge. Which is good to have. It has its uses for, especially for hybrid builds, I believe, but that damage reflect with the legacy, as I understand, and can be decent enough, so that's worth it. Why can't I? Jesus! What's going on in here? Why can't I leave this door? Oh, come on! What's the matter with you? What? What in the Seven Hills? Oh, for God's sake. I don't want to go to the Heatfells yet. You better let me go west! What's the matter? I don't understand. And I don't think we can... yeah, there is an exit here to the south, so... no big deal. Yeah, the Valar knows what was happening there, but okay. So, okay, I see Brôntig there. Yeah, to the south of Dolbaran, which you might remember is the place where Théodred's army camped after visiting Isengard. That's where Pippin glimpsed in the Palantir and revealed himself to Sauron. Right here in this hill. Gotta keep defeating the sentries around here. More attack orders, really? This set of orders details an impending attack on Forthbrond being launched from Brôntig. Brothers, we shall push forth to Forgold from our lands, once and for all. We will rally our forces with those of our kindred throughout Dunland, so that we might crush the Horse Lords. You should bring these orders to Artwind without delay. Yep. Yep. This one I had already. Alrighty, so back to Forthbrond once again.
I hope we will find aid in time.
This note speaks of an impending attack. We will need you to strike at the Dunlendings before they can gather their strength.
Time is short. So is hope.
With the sentries disposed of, we can now consider launching an attack against Brôntig. So what do I pick? any. You have been a great asset in preparing our men for what is to come. I cannot adequately express my gratitude for your good deeds.
Shadows lie along our path. We must seek to dispel them at all cost.
A while ago, I sent Answith, one of our scouts, to keep an eye on Brôntig. The last news we had received from him was that he had set up camp near a tower west of Brôntig. We have heard naught from him since. Will you travel south and west to the tower and find out if Answith is well? Lend aid to him if he is in need. Alright, there I go. Exploring the Isendale, Kupnert, Addart, and Brôntig. Well, we're about to enter Brôntig, I believe. Huh. That reminds me, I can reforge. Yeah, I don't always grab these subscriber boosts. Sometimes I find it tiresome going to a major village just to get them. But once I have them, you can't deny the usefulness they provide. I think if they were added to more hubs, that would be nice. If they were added, for example, to the 21st Hall, to Galtref, Snowborn, Altberg, basically, yeah, every major hub for every expansion, that would make things a little bit easier instead of going to Bree, Thorin's Hall, or Mikkel Delvin every time you need them.
Time is short, so is hope.
Your arrival could not have come at a better time, Beriathan. Several of the sentries from Brôntig had been closing in on my position before you drove them away.
Evil stirs in the shadows, and the horse lords have need of aid.
While I was scouting Brôntig, I noticed that many captives were dragged into the village and put in cages. Unfortunately, there was naught that I could do for them. Will you enter Brôntig and try to free the captives? This would be a terrible blow to the Dunlendings and a victory for Rohan. Brôntig lies just to the east of here.
The minions of Orthanc are growing stronger in these lands.
The Dunlendings have recently begun wielding weapons that are not of their own make, perhaps in response to the shortage of spears you have inflicted upon them. These terrible weapons have edges that are barbed and jagged and inflict terrible wounds upon their victims. Will you enter Brôntig and try to capture some of these weapons for me to examine? Brôntig lies just to the east of here.
The minions of Orthanc are growing stronger in these lands.
Beriathan, I believe we have only a few days before the Dunlendings plan to attack Forthbrond. They are starting to marshal their forces in readiness for the attack. Perhaps taking a strike of our own against Brôntig might slow them down, if not hinder their attack completely. Will you enter the village and sow mayhem there? Brôntig lies just to the east of here. While you are there, dispose of the jailers who are watching the Dunlending prisoners. Okay, so yeah, that's the Isen, I believe, which looks great. If I could take, yeah, like this pick in here, yeah, like this. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, there are coffers in here, that's nice. I'll try and pick a few of them. captain shall commend you for your service. Oh, that's a corpse. Okay, no, that we can do without. These coffers, on the other hand, are too good to miss. Thank you for rescuing me. Oh god, yeah, that guy was not looking good. Heavy banded copper. Oh, thank you. My captain shall commend you for your service. Yeah, thank you. Now let us see if we can pull some of these guys to complete a quest and leave. That should be enough. Okay, now I'm still missing one. We're gonna do this. Defeat Dunlending jailers. Okay, I was missing that. Dunlending ambusher. Not. I don't wanna fight you anymore. Warrior, jailer, here, right next to the coffer as well. That's great. Here is the last one. Oh, really?
Dunlendings rally to the banner of the White Hand.
Those who were captured fled northwards towards Forthbrond. On behalf of my people, I thank you. Okay, and what do you got here?
I hope we will find aid in time.
Do you see, Beriathan? These weapons are of cruel design. The swords are serrated and the spears barbed. Whoever made these delights in maiming their victims.
Dunlendings rally to the banner of the White Hand.
Thank you for coming to us in this time of great need. The work you have done may save the lives of many of our warriors here in Dunland and the people of Rohan.
Evil stirs in the shadows, and the Horse Lords have need of aid.
It is time, Beriathan. We know that the Dunlendings at Brôntig intend to attack us here at Forthbrond. Instead, we will take the battle to their own doorstep. Your task will be to create a diversion while our forces position themselves to take the Dunlendings by surprise. Speak with me when you are ready to depart. Alright, well, I think that's gonna be a matter for the next episode. But first, wait a second, because we leveled up our reputation with Théodred's riders. So we are now friend and are working towards ally. Ally to the riders of Théodred, there you have it. But we have completed this deed. Friend to the riders of Théodred. A title and some LOTRO points. You have reached friend status with Théodred's riders, yeah. And 10 LOTRO points, okay. So getting that out of the way before ending today's episode, join me next time where we will attack Brôntig and continue helping the Rohirrim in the Gap of Rohan. For the time being, this has been today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.